On behalf of all British Columbians, let me say welcome to all of you, and welcome to a place where we are constantly pursuing that harmony that I think is so critical to build the future for our province and the people that live here. I do want to say this, though, because I think it's really important. My mother passed away a couple of years ago, and what struck me was the best friend that my mother had in those last few months of her life were the nurses that were at her bedside, encouraging her, helping her, making her as comfortable as she could possibly be. And when I saw the little children, the little babies on the video today, I just had 2 grandkids last year were just born, and I'm really a big grandfather fan. I think it's great to be a grandfather. But you know, what struck me is nurses are some of the first people you meet in life, and they're some of the last people you meet in life. And they make our lives they make all of our lives, for those of us who need special care, for those of us who need care in our health facilities, they make them all better. When my mother was in the hospital, her nurses were the ones that really made her quality of life as good as it could possibly be. I've had, unfortunately, as I'm sure many of you have had, friends who have had to go through very challenging health problems. And they always comment on the quality of the nursing that we have in Canada. So to all of you who help make nursing a profession that is not just a profession that people choose, but it's a profession that people want to stay in, I want to say thank you for what you do, not just for coming to the convention. Thank you for what you do day in and day out in hospitals and caregiving facilities across the country. It makes a huge difference in people's lives, so thank you for that. I also think it's really important for us to know this. When we have a national nursing shortage, we have to make sure that we are reinforcing that resource, building that resource, supporting and nurturing that resource. This does not mean that every time that there is an issue that we're going to find immediate agreement. I'll tell you what I think has really been important, though. At least in British Columbia, the BCNU has always been an organization that says what will work for our nurses and what will work for our patients. And to be candid about it, it's usually in the other order. What will work for the patients, and if we really want it to work for the patients, how will we make it work for nurses? I can tell you, having the opportunity to work and hear directly the challenges, directly the recommendations for solutions makes a difference. That does not mean we will always agree, but I can tell you this, we are united in one thing. We want to create great health care for people, we want to provide support for nurses, we want to provide support for individuals, so that in British Columbia and in Canada we continue to be one of the leading health care providers in the world. We want to set an example for people if we can do that. We have a shared commitment to public health care. We have a shared commitment to the partnership of caregiving within the system. And again, I want to say thank you for the work that's done by all of the individual nurses who do that at the bedside. They are constantly looking for ways that they can improve. We have to invest. We have to invest in improved facilities. We have to invest in improved capital plant. We have to invest in improved training and educational opportunities. We have to have more flexibility in those educational opportunities. We have to provide for additional equipment. All of those things we recognize as destination points where we will never reach the final destination of the best quality of care that is possible. But if we are constantly pursuing it together, if we constantly have positive and constructive voices like we hear from the Federation, we have an opportunity to make a significant difference, not just in the lives of nurses, but in the lives of patients across the country who depend on you. Thank you for the contributions you make day in, day out. Thank you for the leadership you show by coming and attending a convention like this. And thank you for choosing British Columbia. Have a great convention. Thank you very much.